A plot of land in Decentraland sold for 2.43 million to the metaverse group tokens.com, a company looking to become a developer of virtual land. What does this mean for the future? While it's still considered the early days of DAOs, these organizations, along with the technology that supports them, are promising in their innovation and execution. DAOs envision a future where collective organizations are owned and managed by their members, with all of them having and utilizing a voice in the organization's action. Many in the industry even foresee this kind of organization replacing traditional companies in time. As I mentioned earlier, the Decentraland DAO is a hybrid of homeowners association and is a city planning committee. The main difference being, instead of relying on elected representatives, everyone has the voting power that's based on how much virtual property they own. Use cases of DAOs. In the context of NFTs, DAOs can be leveraged to support collective ownership. As NFT prices have soared, a negative consequence is that it's made many collections relatively inaccessible to individual users. DAOs such as Pleasure DAO enable members to collectively share the cost and ownership of individual NFTs, equalizing the playing field and reinforcing the decentralization ethos of accessibility and inclusion. From social media DAOs like Friends with Benefits to governance DAOs within the play-to-earn gaming space, DAOs also provide a governance structure for Web3 that boosts participation and reduces the risk of corruption or censorship. DAOs will continue to thrive as they become more and more popular and trickle down into non-profit organizations, decentralized finance, and NFT collections. How do DAOs make money for their users? There are three main ways in which DAOs make money for its community members. Number 1, price appreciation. MakerDAO, the issuer of DAI, one of the best stable coins, has a DAO token called Maker that went from $24 to over $5,600 at its peak. Number 2, dividends. DAOs that function as investment funds will distribute their profits among its community members. Number 3, participation. Some DAOs incentivize members to keep participating in governance by rewarding the voters. Alright, so how do you get involved? It's important to point out that not all DAOs operate with the same purpose. So the first step will be to do your due diligence and research each DAO and figure out its core purpose. Once you found one or a few that align with your interests, there are usually a few different ways to become involved. When joining a DAO that's focused on technical governance, it's important to fully understand what kind of voting rights you have access to. In some cases, like Uniswap, those who hold tokens can vote on how a portion of the fees collected by the protocol is distributed amongst themselves. While in other DAOs, those protocol fees might be distributed to fix network bugs and system upgrades. In other DAOs, there's less of a focus on the technical aspect and more so on treasury pooling and allocation itself. For example, DAOs like Shark DAO pool funds as a mean of acquiring rare NFTs that the average person would not be able to afford. The level of participation in a DAO is strictly up to the individual. You can choose to gain governance tokens and pay attention to votes as they appear, or you can invest in a DAO and their project as you might as in a stock. The best part about DAOs is that you can be as involved or as removed as you'd prefer, something that you don't have an option with your day job. If you've learned what DAOs are, then do consider sharing it with a friend or a family member who could benefit from this, and I would really appreciate it, guys. Please let me know in the comments below what would you like to learn more about. For now, my name is Adnan and it's been a pleasure explaining what is the future of DAOs.